Where my FBI girlies at? One of the girlies DM'd me. She's been dating this guy as a flight attendant. He actively shares his location with her. She notices all the time that he's in Dallas, yet he never brings it up. She'll text him and be like, hey, what's up? What's going on? He's like, oh, I'm just working. And she checks and he's just like in Dallas, which is also a huge flight hub. That doesn't necessarily mean something bad, but this is where it gets tricky. She also said that they had been hanging out. He kept getting texts and calls from a phone number that had a Dallas area code. 3 days ago, she gets a text from him out of the blue and he's just like, hey, I've been doing a lot of thinking and it's just best if we don't talk to each other anymore. What?
Well, it's simple really. He chose the girl he was seeing in Dallas while the other girl got rejected.
You have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting.
She checks his location, he's in Dallas. Really messaged me and she's like, how do I respond to this? We are going to formulate the most confident, unbothered girl summer response. Here's how we're gonna do it. It's writing AI. So it just writes form. Write a level-headed response to this gaslighting text message and let him know that I know he has been doing something sus in Dallas. Tone should be confident, unbothered girl summer. It gave me a table of content. This response is so good. Thanks for your message. I've actually been thinking a lot about us too. I've always trusted my instincts, and they've been telling me something's off. You can downplay it, but actions speak louder than words. And speaking of actions, I know about what's been going on in Dallas. You might think you're being clever, but I see right through you. Thank you for taking out the trash. And by that, I mean you. I'm a queen, and you were never on my level. Enjoy your games, but remember, you lost at the game of having someone amazing.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Sweetie, that was the weakest, most butthurt comeback to ever grace the unsanitary halls of TikTok. And trust me, both the guy and the Dallas chick are gonna be laughing about it while they're pounding the bed sheets. Let me make something perfectly clear to you. When a man rejects a woman, she lost. And since women are the ones who usually initiate breakups, not only did she lose, she lost at her own game, and no amount of girl boss replies can change that.
Le who? The her.
The only dignified way to hold that L and look unbothered, although he's never gonna believe it, is to simply say, okay, best of luck in the future, and leave it at that. But you know what's worse than that sorry comeback? The fact that you had to use AI to write it, cause you couldn't think of one yourself.
Pathetic.
Baby names I love but won't be using trend. Really love the name Heart. We also really love the name Lovely.
You saying lovely is making me like it more.
Really?
Like you saying it over.
Lovely? It's nice, right? I always love the name Golden or Goldie, but it's a little bit too popular for me. I've always really liked the name Baby. I feel like a baby named Baby Blue would be so cute.
You're kidding, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
You know what would be cuter than a baby named Baby Blue? A baby named Taserface.
I'm really trying to date for marriage now.
Huh? What kind of do you do?
I've done everything.
This is a really important question. Right now, is there guy-girl content of you and another dude that's up that you're selling while you're looking for another dude?
Yes.
You understand how that might be a conflict?
Yes. I don't necessarily tell them that right away.
Okay, if you start
You allow them to discover it on their own. Got it.
If you start seriously dating another guy and he asks you specifically, he doesn't even want you to take your whole OF down, but he wants the guy-girl content of you with another dude taken down off your page, would you do it?
If I felt he could be my husband, yeah.
Every day, more lies.
What would you have to be that high? Like, you know what? I think I'm gonna take down my.
I'm waiting for like that rom-com moment where I'm like, oh my god, I've known you my whole life.
Bruh.
So, let me get this straight. After a career of getting ran through on camera by multiple men, you expect to find a man to pay for and put a ring on a box that other men were paid to run through?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, anybody here willing to wife her up? Well, my dear simps, you only have two options now. Live as a simp, or die in a planet-killing firestorm. I lied. There was only one option.
In response to my video about how some men have lowered the bar, offering to take women on walking dates, and one man wanted to meet her in the parking lot, Kevin here says, it's not that we can't afford it. Are you worth the time, money, and effort? And my whole thing is, it's not like the women get their time back at the end of the night and the men don't. Basically, you're both exchanging your time. You're not being honest about it, but it's about the money. Because what is it that she has to do on a first date that would make it worth it to you to spend $20 on her meal?
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing, you get me?
Any questions?
The issue is that you want regular women to act like S workers, and you're disappointed when they don't.
Every day, more lies.
No, sweetie. We don't expect them to do that. They do it themselves by expecting men to pay for their company. Whether that means paying them directly or paying for their food or their nails, it's still proper garden tooling. Regular women who are not S workers, as you put it, have jobs. They can afford to pay $20 for their half of the bill. They don't have to act like a Ford Escort just to get a free meal.
I understood that reference.
And we don't expect them to put out when they pay their share. Actually, we get more interested because she's obviously not there to spend our money.
Then you say it's not about the money. It is absolutely about the money. Because a man with money isn't worried about spending $20 on a woman's meal and it didn't work out. But a man who used some of his rent money to take her, now he's pressed. It's crazy because the same men that always complain that women are transactional are expecting an ROI, a return on their investment. In exchange for their $20 that they spent on you, they need...
Shut up.
You know, sometimes the audacity of some of you lovely ladies is fascinating. Because let's be real, the only things that a lot of you lovely ladies bring into a man's life is more expenses, more debt, more mouths to feed, and the prospect of financial ruin by divorce. Yet here you are, being broke on TikTok, but acting like you're the mother flushing prize.
Pathetic.
Newsflash. If you're going by 1950s gender roles where a man pays for a woman's everything, that woman has to be a virgin when she gets married. If that word does not describe you, you're not a queen, you're not the prize, you're not special. You're just the same as any other human working a 9 to 5. So pay for your meal.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.